Yeah.
Right. Welcome to Soccer As We Like It, the Man United direction. And today we're talking transfers. We're seeing who's going where, what team's buying what, and where is everyone spending their money, and who's saving money, and who's getting the best deal. Joining me today for the first time is Freddie, representing Bayern Munich. Welcome to the show, Freddie.
Thank you.
We also have Rodrigo, representing the Chelsea crew. Rodrigo, welcome. He's in Houston, Texas.
Good afternoon,
Freddie. And our guest from across the pond, the painter, the designer, Vimol, representing Man United.
Hey guys,
welcome.
How you doing?
And the
Good
controversial one, Bems, representing Houston Red Army. Welcome to the show, mate.
What's good, people?
Right, gentlemen, it's been, I don't know where we start with this one. It's been everywhere. We all know what's going on. 1 minute, Ronaldo's saying Ten Hag is the best thing, is a good choice. Then he disappears, doesn't want to be United. It suddenly clicked that this team is going nowhere. Then they offered into Bayern Munich, then Chelsea. So we brought in the Bayern Munich people and the Chelsea people to finalize what's really going on. So I'm going to start with Rodrigo, Chelsea. I know you have a new owner. The last time we spoke, I think Abramovich was about to sell or hadn't sold yet. So first of all, how do you feel your new owners now, mate?
Time will tell. See if they really invest and if they really support a footballing project. If they bring in proper footballing people, I mean, you have to give them a chance. You know, that's all you can do.
Who are they? Who are the new owners?
Is it a consortium or is it one owner?
It's one of the owners.
No, it's the consortium.
One of the owners is the owner of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Right, so it's several. I think it's three. It's a consortium, but I think he's the guy that does the decisions. So again, it's just wait and see. Are they going to bring in? Abramovich had Maria Kovalevskaya, who was great, who brought in the right people. So and she's going to stay until they find somebody to take her place. But again, who will they bring in to be the head of football, and will they support a project moving forward? That's right. So just you have to wait and see.
Right. So are these? I mean, they're not exactly football. They're American business owners who want to make profit, kind of, right? In a way.
They're American. They're Americans are everywhere now. There's American here in Houston. There's a part owner of Roma, right? There's Americans in England. Owners of Man United, Liverpool. Everybody wants in because there's global money. There's global money to be made. It's about the money. It's what it is. That's the key. Glenn Davis and I spoke about this back in 94, 95 when they're talking about MLS. People say, soccer will never hold on here. It's a foreign sport. I said, as soon as they find out that global money comes in, they'll be killing each other trying to get in, and we see it now.
Yep. Right.
You see all these tournaments coming in. International Champions Cup is here every year. You have tons of friendlies.
I remember that one.
You have tons of friendlies here every year. We have Man City playing Club America here this month. I mean, it's because there's global money. So that's what it's about, guys. The Glazers, the people who own Liverpool, they're about the global money. It's a global footprint they're looking for. They may be fans. Are they fans? I don't know. They may be, maybe not. Abramovich was not a fan. He became a fan because whatever. But you're not going to tell me he was a soccer fan. No.
He's a fan of the profits.
Like any billionaire.
Okay. So who have you bought?
Andrew, welcome to the show.
Yeah. I'm driving, so I got to take off my video. But sorry, I'm a little late.
That's all right. No worries.
I'm just wait to join, man. And I'm sure you guys have touched up on a lot of things.
No, we literally just started. We literally just started 5 minutes now. So you're good.
Oh, nice. Cool.
All right. So I'll just introduce you to the crew. You got Man United representing Bems, Vimol, Man United, Chelsea. You can see our jerseys now. You know who's representing who. Right. So Freddie, Bayern Munich. I mean, one of the most organized, structurally. I'm trying to use the word not perfect, but nearly perfect, because nothing's perfect in terms of you buy, you win. You buy everyone in the league and you win everything in the league. I don't know where that's going, but Freddie, Bayern Munich, Lewandowski wants to leave, they don't want him to leave. What's going on there?
Well, I think what's going on is, I don't know, I think it's a bit of both. both the club and the player himself. I mean, you can see that there's some issues regarding, from what I've read and what I've heard, there's some issues of him fitting in within Nagelsmann's new formation, new structure. There were also, talk of, I mean, this is very speculative, but, of Bayern actually going behind Lewandowski and trying to get Haaland and, like looking for options and not renewing Lewandowski or not giving him options to renew. So, it was pretty much up to the player to go, well, if nothing's going to happen with Bayern, and I think my history, my record as a player here is done. I mean, I suppose just look.
How long has he been there?
He's been there since the 2013 season.
Been a while. It's coming. I didn't even know he was been there that long. So it's literally won everything. So it's like nothing else to win, right? Literally.
Right. He's pretty much won everything with Bayern. I mean, he won the Champions League, Pokal, Bundesliga,
the World Club Championship.
But he missed the elusive Ballon d'Or, which was a bit of a travesty.
And I think that's actually what's that's the key right there, because he thinks that if he actually goes to a Spanish club, and this is not the time that Lewandowski's actually been linked to a Spanish club. He was actually linked to a Spanish club about 4 or 5 years ago. Which was the manager for Bayern. So there were also rumors that he wanted to leave. But
so is he still planning to? Is he set on leaving Bayern? And can they? If he doesn't want to, there's no point in you guys keeping an unhappy player. It doesn't make any sense, does it?
Right? No. I mean, at this point, especially after he was actually on with the Polish national team, and he mentioned in a press conference that he's pretty much done with Bayern. So
wow.
He's
literally done.
He was a bit diplomatic, but at that point, you can see he's very unhappy with how the conversations went. So now he's still under contract. He still has a contract until the end of until 2023.
Next year.
Right. So, but what's the point? Like you said, what's the point of keeping a player that's unhappy with the team?
Right.
So,
if he goes, from your perspective, do you think he's going to stay? From what you think, is he going to leave? He's going to stay.
I think he's going to leave.
He's going to leave.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, and even within within Bayern, fan groups, and I mean, the more I read, we're very split. It's very 50-50. Well, so 50% think they're going to stay, 50% think they're going to leave.
Right. Okay.
If he's going to leave. So, and it's a matter of just Barcelona getting the money for him to pay Bayern. And
that's another team. I don't know where they go with their finances. Right. Vimor, the painter, and our princess Sienna. Welcome back, Sienna. I haven't seen you in a long time. How are you?
She's had a haircut. Yeah.
How are you?
So, say hello. Yeah. So Barcelona, they're very good at. Say hello. They're very good at playing deferring the wages, aren't they?
Right.
So they get the players to come along. Oh, we'll pay you next season. It's like a bad creditor. It's like when you come and have your work done at your house and the builders, and you pay the builders next year. I think it's pretty horrific what they're doing with all the players. Even Frankie de Jong, who I'll get into in a minute, he's owed about 13 million in wages.
Wow.
For previous seasons, and I think that's what's holding him there, because if he leaves and other Barcelona players leave, they forego all of those wages that they're owed.
Oh, really?
So,
wow.
Yeah, so they've got players
stuck.
over.
Terrible.
Yeah, but there's a lot of players are stung like that. Yeah, even PK.
You can't sue.
I don't know.
So, but Vim, if he goes, if he forgoes if he leaves, he can't get that salary back. But
no, he's owed something like 13 million in wages. Gerard Piqué is owed probably close to 20 million in wages. Wow. And because the club has gone through some financial turmoil, they've done a deal with all the players. So look, we're going through some hardship, but we want you here. Can you take a pay cut? So they agreed.
Wow.
And I think pretty much everyone in the club has taken a pay cut. And so the players that will leave, they will forego that recompense. They
back
can't
pay.
get that money.
That's
The back
messed
pay.
up, mate. It's
No
kind
more
of
back
like
pay.
Well, nah,
you
but that's
can
messed up
go,
though. They
but
nah,
we're gonna pay
Barcelona
you.
can't do that. That's not right. You can't. You
Even
can't. You
those
can't.
pay cuts,
Here's
stem from.
guys, it's just like the United States of America. The United States of America is 30-something trillion dollars in debt. And it takes money from here to pay welfare, to pay retirement, to pay Social Security. The last Barcelona administration misspent or stole a lot of the money. So this new president comes in and says, man, we're 1.5 billion euros in debt.
Yeah.
Right? Because of what the last administration did. It's no different. A lot of companies are in the same boat, man. Right? Here now it's just
that was the main issue of Barcelona. It's pretty much the previous president.
And there's a lot of more clubs in the same situation. They just haven't been discovered yet because they keep borrowing money.
Borrowing on top of what they owe.
Except with the governments, they just create new digital currency out of nowhere.
That's the thing. That thing now Barcelona's doing is they're doing is they've activated what's called palancas, which are economic measures. They're selling parts of their TV rights, merchandising, the stadium, Spotify. They're raising money in ways they never thought they had to. So this is money to pay debts and to come back with wages and pay players. But it's a slow process. Getting out of debt is a slow process.
Right.
It's what it is.
Bems, Frank de Jong, Barcelona. You heard what they're saying. Barcelona owe him. That's his childhood club. If he leaves, he forfeits that. It's a lot of money to forfeit. So if he stays, he'll take a pay cut, and there's a chance he'll probably get that money back. Where do United stand in all this? Is he coming? Is he going? Where's United here?
United. I don't. It's a very messy situation that United have put themselves in, and United have done this year after year. We tend to want to go for players that don't want to come to us, and Frankie de Jong has made it clear he doesn't want to come. The only reason why he would come is because of Ten Hag. But now, the thing is, there's all these rumors. Oh, he doesn't want to come, or the deal is off, or he's clearly said he doesn't want to come. But United are still in. United haven't publicly come out and say, you know what, the deal is off. So, like, it's either they're so stupid to continue being in this deal, or they know something or they have some type of agreement with Frankie de Jong, and Erik ten Hag is really comfortable that this is eventually going to happen. It's just they just have to get through this hurdle of his wages, of the wages that he's been owed by Barcelona, or come to some type of agreement. Maybe Barcelona pays some part of it and the United pay a little bit of it if they really want to get it. I don't know, but it makes no sense for United to be in for de Jong. We've been paying wages. He didn't play for us. No, but we've been in for de Jong since May. May. Or since May or so.
The season ended with on this case.
And it'll be very, very, very. It will look very bad and very poor on the club if we don't come out with Frankie de Jong. So it's two things: it's either we come out with Frankie de Jong at the end, or the club looks stupid. And the only way the club, if the club knows, if they know that they can't get him, then they need to come out and make a statement now, because keeping this going till the end of the transfer window doesn't make any sense. So it's a messy situation.
How much is our Man United offering to pay for him?
We've offered it's what 65 million
with 20 in add-ons.
With 20 million add-ons.
I think if United sell Ronaldo, that'll go a long way in helping pay for that. So I think
Ronaldo's only going to cost. He's only going to cost about 10 mil. He's only 10 million.
He's in contract next year, right? He's still in contract next year.
But if they sell Ronaldo, we can only sell him for about 10 mil. We can't get him. We can't sell him for more than that. Like 10 million is nothing.
Right. But what he brings in terms of image right now and merchandise, they'll get that money within 2 weeks in terms of merchandise. Wherever Ronaldo goes.
Yeah, they're gonna get it real quick.
They'll get the money back. Instead of shirts and merchandise.
Yeah, they're gonna get the money back real quick. It's a messy. This transfer window, United's transfer window, is just very messy, man. It's terrible.
I think it's a board.
Vimol, let me bring Vimol in here quickly. Vimol,
it's the board. The board.
Yeah.
The board not running.
So
the
I
club,
don't know if any of you've seen it. This is a Barca Twitter account. I don't know who these guys are, but they're associated with Barca. So they've said Frankie de Jong believes that Man United have bad luck, and that joining them now with no Champions League would be a loss of prestige compared to FC Barcelona.
Yeah.
So these are the sound bites, and they're saying that Frankie de Jong had said that.
wow.
I just feel that people will just come out and say
The problem with United.
Hold on, Andrew, you're saying something?
No, I just see that these journalists will come out and say anything just to get for the likes and I mean, let's look at the person that announced that we were 95%. The deal was 95% completed. Look, I don't believe that shit, right? We only found out that we were interested in May. This deal would have been done long ago, right? We have a player that we're interested in. There's no how we'll be hanging around or dilly-dallying over wages and all whatnot if we weren't certain we were going to get the player. And with Ten Hag's influence, it was a no-brainer that United would be his next stop, right? What I don't understand is that Barcelona, are they trying for us to accommodate his wages? Because like the gentleman pointed out, he said it was about 13 million. Please, let's not forget the bonuses. It's almost 18 million that they owe. So this player is not willing to turn in a transfer request if he's not going to get that money back.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But what is United? Well, like what Bam said is, what is United doing? We should have first, second, third players on our list.
Yeah.
If this guy isn't worth it, and besides, we're talking about just one player that is not even a critical part of our issue. We need a freaking CDM. Lema is there.
100%, mate. 100%.
Ibrahim Sangari is there. Why aren't you sniffing around?
So United are that team. They could only do one deal at a time. They can't multitask. It's that is what they're like an ant. They go one way, then go back this way.
But that is what Richard Arnold said in the pub.
Yeah,
that's what he said. But they ended up going to sign Tyrell Malacia. But they ended up putting a bid in for. But they can't do it. They did it with Ronaldo at the last minute of the transfer window last year because it only benefits them.
Right.
So what they're trying to do now is recycle these players, Martial, Sancho, Rashford, and sell us a dream where we rinse and repeat is all we're doing.
Exactly.
Thank you, Andrew. Richard, welcome to the show. You know Bems, you know Vimo. That's Rodrigo representing Chelsea and Freddie representing Bayern Munich.
Nice to meet you guys. And I don't think I've spoken to you, Andrew.
No, I haven't spoken to Andrew. Andrew, meet Richard. Richard's a Man United fan like Andrew. Right.
Andrew, nice.
So we're just talking about the situation with Barca and Frank de Jong. Barcelona owe him money. Should he leave when they still owe? And if he leaves, they're not going to pay what they owe him. So he could take a pay cut and they'll probably pay him somewhere along the line. Why are United still... What is United's role? Are they just trying to make the fans believe it's going to happen and drag it on as much as we can? But this is where United are stuck because we only do one deal at a time.
Yeah, so does anyone remember 2013 with Cesc Fabregas? Yeah. Yep. And then the following year, I think, it might have been the same year, there was Thiago.
Yeah,
from Barcelona. Yeah, there's a similar pattern here. You know, we was chasing them all summer, putting that brief to the press that we're close FC. That should be our nickname, close FC. And then before you know it, the player either goes to somewhere else or he stays on. It's been like that for so many years. So
what's your gut feeling? What's your gut feeling?
I don't think we're getting him, guys. I don't think we're getting him. No.
You think the deal's done?
There is. What's that?
You think the deal is over?
Yeah, I mean, look, there's the issue with the payments that Barcelona owe him, but I don't get the sense that he even wants to come to United.
Same with me.
If that was the case, you can tell when somebody wants to join you. I just think that if the payment issue is a problem or something falls through with Barcelona, I think that Chelsea might get it and pay the difference. I don't know, but I just can't see him
The issue
and
is
Chelsea
that
have Champions League.
here's the issue that Barcelona and United have in common, which is amazing to me, is that you have a bunch of players making a lot of money who are not worth it, and they don't want to leave the club because no one's going to pay them those wages.
They keep getting paid. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're doing nothing.
It's loaded with players that are overpaid and aren't worth it. And you guys have some guys there also that make way too much money, and they haven't proven with it. And how do you get rid of it?
United finally
It's the wages. It's the wages. It's the wages. Who can pay those? Who wants to pay those wages?
No one wants to pay. Look at Martial, 225 a week. No one's
How
paying that.
much were United paying Pogba?
Pogba, 245.
290.
Finally got off the
290.
Oh, he was making 3 something. Probably making 3 something. He's a World Cup winner.
He was on 290.
No. Pogba deserves. I'll put it this way: Pogba doesn't deserve 300, in my opinion. Pogba should have been around like the 180 type range, in my opinion, compared to.
That's a big drop, mate.
What's he getting at Juventus now?
It's almost half.
He's taking a pay cut at Juventus, hasn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
That's
the only reason. The only reason Juventus took him.
Rodrigo, finish off.
The only reason Juventus took him because he would take a pay cut, because they said, you left us for money, so you're coming back. He's got to take a pay cut, and he's got to also have to sign an agreement. He's going to behave himself and not behave like he did. So yeah, he had to bend over a little bit.
Yeah, but
you have players like you said, Rashford, that make a lot of money, and they know. And right now, because also with the global recession that's going on, a lot of clubs are not going to pay those high wages because they just can't. You have financial fair play in many countries. That's what happens in Barcelona. The reason they can let go of Messi because Spanish league rules. You can only have up to 70% of your wage bill of your budget. On there was 130%. You have to let him go.
But Pogba's actually earning roughly the same amount of money because he's not being taxed in Italy. So whilst on paper it looks like a wage cut, if you earn,
I didn't know that.
He's being taxed 45%, which roughly amounts to about 8 million euros or whatever. In Juventus is being paid 8 million euros. So if a player moves from another league and earns under 10 million euros, that they don't get taxed. So it's a smart move. A lot of players are actually finding that attractive right now for the Italian league. But I do agree with you. United pays stupid amounts of money to players that don't deserve it. And what happens is those players cannot be moved along. So
because no one's picking them up.
Martial, Rashford, these guys are on. They're on some serious.
Rashford is due for a renewal, so he's looking to go to 300 for 215. Wow. This is the problem. This is the problem right there.
Oh man,
we're just the wrong club. We've just got jokers from top to bottom.
This is. I mean, that was why Rannick.
That was your boy Ed Woodward. That was your boy Ed Woodward.
Yeah, where Woodward was part of it. So Radnick said, why was Eric Bailly given a 5-year contract? 5 years for a guy who barely plays. He's always injured. Phil Jones 7 years. Maguire 6-year contracts. For what?
2+1. So it's 7 years essentially. Maguire. Wow.
80 million from Leicester.
That shit is funny though, man.
So, Freddie, with the Bayern Munich structure, do you guys have a pay bracket whereby you can't exceed a certain bracket at Bayern Munich?
There is a pay bracket, but I guess what keeps the club from going into massive default or I think is the Bundesliga rules, and I think that's where the Bundesliga, Liga, the Serie A, and the Premier League don't have in common is that, for example, in the Premier League, there's so much money injected into the league that's actually what creates, it makes the clubs go for high-end players with high-end wages, and you have these issues: Man United, Arsenal, Chelsea,
Man City.
And I think that's what keeps in relation to the Bundesliga. It's actually what makes teams in the Bundesliga more financially sound.
Bundesliga, you guys
have an influx of money from outside, and I think that's a key element.
Like Borussia Dortmund, they're a selling club. They make so much money, they don't plan to win anything, but they just keep making money. They
don't
buy
exactly.
these young players and sell them
Sold Sancho, sold Pulisic, sold Haaland. I mean, what I get from that fan base is, you know, and you can see sometimes the frustration because they go, we can't be second to Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga forever, you know. And for Bayern, we need competition as a club. And we get that from Leipzig. We get that from
at least Leipzig are trying.
Right.
You know,
So
Bundesliga, one thing that's cool is that the teams are also, they use their young players. They're interested in developing young players, right? And Bayern, you know, my respects, you guys have football people running the show.
Right.
That know how to buy, that know when a player is just not worth that kind of money. And no, we're not going to bring that guy in here.
right.
That's what's great about the Bundesliga.
Yeah.
I wonder if Ronaldo takes a pay cut. Vimol, if Ronaldo takes a pay cut, would Bayern Munich accept him if Lewandowski leaves and Ronaldo takes a pay cut?
Well, that's what I was going to ask Freddie actually. What
Freddie,
is the wage structure like? Who is the highest earner at Bayern Munich?
Right now, it's Kimmich. Joshua Kimmich is the highest paid right now.
And how much does he get?
How much is he getting
I
paid?
think I'm not sure. I have to. It's around 17 million, I think. Because not even Lewandowski. You know, Lewandowski being. I have to get double check the figure, but so it's somewhere.
Lewandowski gets 250,000 euros
per week. So
That's average. I mean,
no, that's not right. Sorry, that's higher. No, 440 euros per week. 440,000 euros per week, gross.
Let me get
before tax.
Because I thought I had.
So it's taking about what, 290 to 300?
No, I think it's a lot more. Wow. Euro and pound is quite close nowadays.
Yeah. The euro is getting stronger now. So Vimol,
so would he take a pay cut? Yeah, I think so, because he's taking a pay cut now, hasn't he? And now that we've qualified,
it would be Kimmich. So here, okay, so it would be Kimmich if Lewandowski would leave. But you also have Thomas Müller, you have Sane, and now you have Mane.
Oh yeah.
Mane is going to be at like 300.
Mane's on the money.
Mane became the highest paid on top of Kimmich. So, and if push comes to shove, we do get the leg from Juventus, then he's gonna somehow influence the wage Bayern too.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, but it will be a matter of having to offload Lewandowski if Ronaldo were to actually go to.
And Lewandowski's got how many? It's one season left on his contract with you guys.
1 year.
1 year.
Yeah,
so if you can get some, if you can cash in, you might as well.
Right,
Because he wants to leave anyway.
That's why. I mean, I would not like for him to leave. As a Bayern fan, I would not like for him to leave, but he has already shown that he wants to leave. So, at that point, and you keep him, sell him.
Yeah, and so would Ronaldo fit in then to where he plays? Would he fit into that club, to that style?
Well, I don't know. I mean, Ronaldo's a great player. Don't get me wrong. I mean, he's won everything there is to win, but a World Cup for him. But I don't think the reason. I mean, one good reason why I think that Ronaldo would not fit in is maybe Nagelsmann style play. Ronaldo on the pitch, he can be quite individualistic.
Yeah.
So, I mean, a player like Thomas Müller, he's always looking, for strikers and to pass the ball and make sure he's very good at reading the field. Whereas Cristiano's going to be constantly trying to get, I don't think the chemistry is going to be there. I don't think the chemistry is going to be there. And I don't think
goals though.
Like they don't. The Bayern would not want him.
What did you say, Richard?
Ronaldo will score a load of goals for you guys.
Oh yeah,
he would.
You guys just
he would, but he does.
But so
he does rock the boat a little bit with his. I don't know what it is with him. He's like a man on his own. He's out in the Wild West. He's a bit of a Clint Eastwood type of character. He's happy to be on his own. He's a gunslinger on his own. He's like he doesn't need anyone. He wants a service. He throws a tantrum when he doesn't get it, Right. He's very much a man on his own.
That's what used to happen. That's what used to happen when he was at Real Madrid. I mean, look at what happened to Real Madrid and Benzema. As soon as Ronaldo left, Benzema just, he elevated his game. So he's shown it since he left. So
yeah.
But Ronaldo played Benzema and Bale. So it was Bale, Benzema, and Ronaldo, the front three, against Messi, Neymar, and what's the guy?
And Suarez.
So they did make it work, and Ronaldo being the more front, and Bale and Benzema working behind him, and Bale cutting through the left and the right. It worked. Then they got, when Ronaldo left, Bale, they literally just benched him he was getting 600,000
for playing too much golf
bench a week.
And one of the also, they were saying for some time now that there was a dressing room rift between Ronaldo and some of the guys there. There was some clashing of egos and the money he made, and that was not a harmonious dressing room. So, Freddie's got a point. Will he fit in with these other egos at Bayern Munich?
Everybody wants to be the man. Everybody wants to be the man. Go on,
Ronaldo needs people to play for him, to feed him the ball constantly. Now, Bayern Munich's a machine where everybody fits into a way of playing, a very German style of order and discipline.
Right.
They're a machine, almost like the old Ajax total football, where everybody plays, falls back, defends, picks up the midfield, picks up the slack, runs on the outside. Yeah, it's a very direct style of an ordered football. Would Ronaldo fit into that, where he's not being, fit the ball? Yeah, sometimes you gotta go get the ball yourself, friend, and pass it, like Lewandowski did, like Thomas Müller did, right? Can he fit into that style of football? Will his ego, will he say, okay, if I want to win another Champions League here, if I want to go out, maybe I got to change. Will his ego let him? Right. Again, this is the things you have to ask.
I'm going to say this about Ronaldo, man. I can't believe y'all are questioning Ronaldo. This is the guy he's the best player in the world. He scored the most goals. He's won everything a human being can physically win. He's got more. You can pretty much call him Ronaldo.
Don't open a can of worms. Don't open a can of worms.
No. Ronaldo. Yes, Ronaldo is a type of player where he does throws tantrums when he doesn't get things go his way. But the guy he's a born winner, man. He will score you goals, guaranteed. It's guaranteed.
He has to
in a team that's not doing well.
And he will get the
service on his own. No one is questioning his talent. We're not questioning his talent. Yeah. We're talking about, will he fit in an ordered team?
And what I'm telling you is that it's not about him fitting in. It's giving him the service, and he's going to score goals. He will fit in. That's Ronaldo. He will. Okay, Ronaldo scored 18 goals in Man United in a team that was useless last season. He was useless.
Calm down.
He scored 18 goals. And then let me tell you one more thing. This is the same player, right? That he there was dressing room riffraff when he was in Real Madrid. The dude, he won how many Champions Leagues back to back? Like, come on. See, the thing with Ronaldo is no matter where he goes,
Zidane works well with him.
No matter where he goes,
look at the players he had with him also. Look at the players that Real Madrid had also.
I know. But look, Ronaldo
they had quality.
He scored 18 goals in this shitty ass United team last season. See, in my opinion, right? United's midfield was not even good enough to be in the Premier League. Not even good enough.
Championship,
but he still scored 18 goals.
Preach.
He still scored 18 goals. Like Ronaldo was the reason why we didn't get knocked out of the Champions League after group stages. If it wasn't for him, we'd have been gone out of the Champions League in group stages. He will still score you goals. I'm not saying Ronaldo is the answer to your team, right? He's just, if you're looking, if you want to win games, right, and you have a team around you already, you put him in, he scores goals for you.
So you're saying if a team needs a goal striker, that's the man.
If you need a goal scorer,
if you have all
you put him in, he's gonna score. Yeah. Right. If you don't have
you're saying United last season didn't have any pieces.
Yeah. Bems, let me ask you one thing. I know you love Ronaldo and everything, but now that you're hearing Ronaldo doesn't want to stay, do you want to keep him for next season?
Oh man, look, I'm gonna tell you one thing, right? if I can convince this guy to stay, I need him to stay. Please stay, because if you go, this team is gonna be. I mean, when I mean this team is. Do you hear what these players are saying about Ronaldo? Oh, he's issuing the dressing room. Man, go to sleep, man. What the hell? Okay, what have you won? What have you won in your lifetime?
Nothing.
You have no right to speak about Ronaldo being issued in the dressing room. Get out of here, man.
Who said that?
Coach, we are terrible.
Who said that?
One of the kids.
So Vilmor,
It's coming out of the
Well, Lingard. Was it Lingard?
Yeah, that's what,
I mean, Maguire doesn't like
Maguire.
it, obviously. Maguire went and liked a post. They say because Ronaldo was he's not
right,
what was he? And then Maguire goes and liked it. Who they like? Come on.
Because they're in opposite camps.
This is the captain of your team, and he is liking a post about Ronaldo, like not happy. What was it again? That he's not happy that we're not in the Champions League and he wants to leave, taking a pay cut. And your captain Maguire is liking that.
Maguire is a very.
That tells you a whole lot of what's going on in the dressing room.
Let me follow on from your point. What you're saying is absolutely spot on. People say Ronaldo can't fit into the system, he can't. It's rubbish. It's absolute nonsense. How many managers have managed Ronaldo over the past 20 years? He's played under so many different systems, right? Under every single system, he's played in defensive systems, possession-based systems, attacking systems. He still produces. So this whole theory of, he's not going to fit in is absolute baboon bullshit. It's bollocks.
I agree.
I agree.
Totally agree.
What Richard is said, if you go back, he has played under a very pragmatic Italian style of football, which is very tight football. Then the flow of Spanish football. Then the physical demand of English football. He's played
under Mourinho.
He played under Mourinho, which is very pragmatic.
The defensive football FC, and he still scored goals.
Any system that you put this guy in, he will score goals. Portugal's coach for being attacking.
Exactly. So the problem with United problem there was, I think when he came, most of them didn't know what to expect. Then when they realized, okay, this guy's demanding we train this way, or we eat this way. So I think the funny thing is most of them should have embraced it like he's not a stranger. He'd been here before. He was there 6 years and won all the trophies available. Globally, he won everything at United. So you would think the younger players will like, you know what? I want to learn like you to be as good as you in this same club. But instead, it's a different generation of players thinking. He's got more followers. He's got more likes. It becomes a situation like envy and jealousy. And it's
to be fair to some of the players like Sancho respect Ronaldo. You could tell the players that really are on Ronaldo's side. I think Sancho is on his side. Elanga respects is in Ronaldo. Obviously Bruno. You know what I'm saying? Delo, Alex Telles. Mostly the non-English speaking players. Yeah, the Europeans respect Ronaldo. The English guys, obviously you know them. They all just. And the thing about it is that these players haven't done. Man, God, they haven't done anything, man. Like who are man? When I think about it, it blows my brain. It blows like they haven't done anything, and you're questioning the greatest football that's ever. Like you should be lucky that you had a chance to play alongside Cristiano Ronaldo.
But you see, when you put
you should take a pay cut to play with this guy. Take a pay cut to go play with this guy. That's what you should be doing.
Not this generation, bro. Ain't gonna happen. Man. These guys are too selfish. What you're seeing is when you bring someone great, it makes your inadequacies more obvious. You see what I mean? That is the reason why they don't like him, because he's kind of showing them up, and they don't like that. Think about it. Before he came, they were comfortable. Before he came, they were comfortable. Train 1 day a week or 2 days a week, and if they win, they win. If they don't win, hey, we go again. But he's saying, why don't you want to win? Why don't you want to get to finals? Why don't you want to win trophies? And they're like, hey,
how do you get comfortable in Manchester United? The pressure to win, the fans. I don't understand. How do you get comfortable at a team like Manchester United?
Because the culture has changed. Because the players are not, they haven't got the winning mentality.
No, but the fans, I mean, the fans don't let you forget. The fans don't let you forget. If you're just a wanker, you're a poster. The fans don't let you forget at Man United.
No. But I'll tell you something though, Rodrigo. I'll tell you something. Right, it's getting to the point now where United fans are accepting this ridiculous
low
state
standards.
that we're in. Yeah, they're accepting the low standards. They're indirectly they are, but they don't know they're doing it. But indirectly they are.
So you're saying that gradually accepting this is
what it is. What it is like a lot of fans, their team can do no wrong. You see what I'm saying? A lot of fans cannot say, well, you know, we brought in some louts. They can't say that. They can't admit. They think that the team can do no wrong. Anyone who wears my color shirt is the best. This generation of fans, I think you're right. Benz, you're right. Because I hear it. They won't hear a word against Maguire. You know, they won't hear a word against Lukaku. If all the mouth that he talked, he scores goals. Yeah, but look at him. He's a mercenary. He's on his way back to Inter. Come on. You know, our fans just are like that. They see this. They see the world through the color eyes.
The very time. I know fans that would talk. Oh, Rashford is this, is that. I'm like, dude, man, the guy is useless. Rashford is useless. In my opinion, I won't say he's useless, but the way the guy plays, his head is down, and he just runs down blind alleys every single time. He's been trashed for 2 years, and fans, we still got Rashford.
Sell him.
How about the same energy? I mean, but okay, you got Anthony Martial, who's a more technically gifted player than a Rashford, but they give him Martial stick. I'm like, okay, what about Rashford? He's been stupid for the past how many years? And then
there's a difference in passports.
No. Look at this too. And then Ole, man, Ole was
that team did anything. That team pretty much ran away.
No. Ole was terrible. And I was saying this. I was singing the song since for how many years? Man, I was getting pelters, man. Oh, Bams, you're too negative. Oh, Bams, you don't like. Are you a United fan?
Yeah, I remember that.
Rodrigo, you were there.
I remember that because I said here's one guy who understands football, who understands reality. When you're the one, I'm not telling you because people, Ole. We'll see you next week when he's fired. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. I've been saying
self-criticism goes a long way.
It does. Vimo, come in here. As it stands, are you Ronaldo in, Ronaldo out?
It's whatever Ronaldo wants to be, man. If he wants to be in, if he wants to be out, it's his choice. End of the day, we've got a new project, we've got a new manager, and I think everyone needs to be on board. Yeah. So, and we've put up with how many years of shit football, guys? Nearly 10.
Nearly 10.
And I'm hoping Ten Hag's going to turn this around. So, new players in, talented players in, and this does really feel like it's a new project, not an Oli project or a Ragnick project or a Van Gaal project. This feels like a real fresh new project.
Yeah,
I'm going to put you on the spot.
I might bust your bubbles.
Hold on, Ben.
Look.
Vimo,
I know you have this negative disease.
You've had 5 managers.
Hold on to it for now.
Vimo,
hold on to it for now. Yeah.
Vimo,
go on.
Ten Hag now.
Yeah.
What difference is this project going to be from Ole, Van Gaal, Moyes, and John Mourinho? What's the difference?
The difference is the discipline. The discipline in the training room.
Mourinho was
the rules
disciplinarian.
Yeah, but Mourinho kind of starts to piss people off. I think Ten Hag puts his arm around people and disciplines them.
Ole put his hand
he's more of a Fergie type of character.
Ole put his hand
it's a love. Ole's a Mr. Nice Guy. He'll send you Christmas cards and.
There you go. But what happened? He got fired.
No. Ten Hag is different, and if you speak to Ajax supporters and Ajax fans, they'll tell you that he's a different type of character. He's very much like a Fergie type character. Hold on, Bims. I know what you're going to say. So we have to give this guy a chance. Yeah, you've probably seen that 10 rules that he's implemented as well, right? Some of you might have seen that.
Yeah.
So, you know, early training, if you're late and you don't tell us why you're late, you're out. You know, you miss training for a day, you miss the meeting for a day. He wants everyone to sit down together. He wants everyone to eat together. Yes, you can have your personal chefs, but when you're at the club, you all sit together and you eat together. There's no hierarchy.
That's a coach.
Everyone is going to be.
That's a coach. That's what.
That's a coach.
Yeah.
So there's none of this camp forming bullshit. Whereas, you know, oh, Maguire's table's over there, Bruno's table's over there, and so on. We all sit together. You all train together. You all eat together. You are all the same. You're all part of my army. And you know, come in at 9 o'clock, train hard, put in extra drills. He works. He's got a manual set out for every single one of his coaches, what they need to do, what they need to work on, and the players need to work on. He's got everything laid out. They did an interview with his second in command, Steve McLaren. He said that when he went to FC20, he had the whole manual just laid out for him for the 6 months of work. Every single day, what to do, the drills, what they need to focus on, what the players need to do. He had his work carried out for him, laid out for him, on black and white. I don't know. But he had his work all written out for him for 6 months. The guy's a different kettle of fish. He's not a charlatan. So I think that you're gonna see players that have underperformed that are gonna probably start to improve on the Ten Hag.
Okay. Let me bring in Richard. Hold on, Ben. Hold on, Richard. Rebuttal, Vimo.
Yeah, about the new project thing, right? I hate to burst your bubble, but it's the same old stuff that we're seeing in the transfer window. You know.
But why don't you give it a chance? It hasn't even started yet.
No, look, give it a chance. But at the end of the day,
let's talk about it next season.
Let me put it this way.
Go on.
The best teams always prepare well in advance before preseason.
Yeah.
You know, City got their business wrapped up. Liverpool, all these teams, all the top teams, they buy players ready to come in for the preseason, let them train and integrate with everyone, and then they can gel, and then things start to kick on from there.
Yeah, but that's not his fault. That's not his fault, is it?
I'm not saying that's his
the board.
Fault. I'm just saying, the overall project. United.
Yeah. I'm talking about Ten Hag specifically. No. What the people above him do.
I'll go on to Ten Hag shortly afterwards because I've said in the group I've wanted.
Oh, you're a fan of him?
Yeah, I'm a massive fan of him. But
yeah, me too.
He's got his hands held behind his back a little bit.
I know.
So when you say new project, it's a new coaching system, correct? But the structure is still a bit shaky, right?
So you're saying,
do you agree with me on that?
Same circus, different clowns, right?
Exactly, but the manager...
We've got a new ringmaster.
Yeah, the coach.
That's right, a new ringmaster with the whip.
The coach
he may bring in some real lines to come in.
Yeah.
The only thing I'll have a problem with Ten Hag is if he makes Maguire captain.
Yeah, I agree. He cannot be captain. He cannot.
If he is the captain, Richard, then what?
Okay.
I wouldn't let him play.
Okay, so
Babs, hold on.
Man.
If he makes Maguire captain, then that...
I'll be...
So Vimon and Richard, if Maguire's the captain, then what?
That's not a good start.
But so, Richard, when I was saying project, what I really mean is going to be Ten Hag's project. You know, not what happens above him, but it's his new method of working. That's what I refer to as a project. I know that above it's a bit of a shambles, and we can't fix that in the immediate future. But I'm going with what Ten Hag's going to bring.
I agree. I'm 100%.
Okay.
I agree with you.
Okay.
Bems, come
So
in.
can
I
I
know
speak?
you want to say something.
Okay.
Come on.
Bems,
Okay.
it has to be positive,
So-
yeah?
Oh yeah, it's this part. I always want the best for United. At the end of the day, Vimon, right? There is a new project under Ten Hag, right? And I agree with you. I like Ten Hag. He's a good coach. I want him to succeed. But outside Ten Hag, just like what Richard was saying, the structure around him is shit. And I'm sorry to tell you this, but no matter how Ten Hag coaches these players, no matter what he does, is the rules and all this stuff. If the structure around him is terrible, he will fail. I'll give you a good example. This transfer window is an example. It's showing me the signs that he will still fail.
Wow,
I think it's too harsh, Bems. You can't say he's going to fail. You've got to give him a chance.
Let me finish.
Give him a chance.
It's not. No. I'm not saying it's his fault. It's not his fault, right? Like Richard said, he's working with two arms tied behind his back. It's not his fault. But at the end of the day, in my opinion, if Ten Hag is going to be successful, right, at United, the bare minimum this guy needs is to get rid of half of that team, if not a good 70% of that team. A lot of those players are still there right now,
and they're going
to especially Maguire.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Maguire, like a lot of those English players, the only way Erik ten Hag is going to be successful is if he gets a whole new team. A lot of those players will not be successful. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Today is the 9th of July, 2022, right?
Tim, can you write this down, please?
Erik ten Hag will probably be sacked. Because one thing, he has two things going against him.
When do you think he'll be sacked?
In roughly about 2 years from now, he'll be gone. The reason why I'm saying this is because the club are not giving him, like the club are not backing him completely. They're taking too much time to get signings in. They're not even selling the players in here.
That'll be the writing on the wall, because if we don't back Ten Hag, then I think this club is doomed.
That's what I'm telling you.
Because we're just churning through managers, and I think this is probably the best manager we've had in 10 years. So this club is doomed.
We are.
So the Glazers either need to bugger off or
the only way
take it seriously.
The Glazers have actually needed to lead for a long time.
The only way, and I'm going to tell you this right now, I don't think Ten Hag is going to win a trophy next year or the year after. I don't see him winning. I'm just telling you, because I look at things from the outside. Like I look at compared to other clubs. Look at Spurs, bro. Spurs. I mean, Conte has got like 7 players already. That guy is not playing around. Like Spurs, they're showing an intent, right? And you know what? And we are a team that, like, we were terrible last season. How many players have we signed? One officially. We've not even signed Eriksen on free. We're chasing De Jong, been chasing it for 2-3 months. The guy doesn't even want to come. Ronaldo, who is our best player, and the player that has done everything, he wants to leave. And then we haven't replaced in our midfield. Freddie McTominay is still relegation midfield. We haven't improved in the midfield. All we're doing is bringing a coach that can coach the team. Yes, we're going to play better football, but the quality of the players and the mentality of the players is still an issue. And without that being changed, we're not going to move forward.
That's where Ten Hag will come into play.
Let me bring in Freddie. Freddie. From what you're hearing, because after you, I'm going to bring in Rodrigo. Freddie, from what you're seeing, this is your whole United issue. Ten Hag done a great job in Ajax. He had everything. Great young players, great mature players. He's coming to a big club, which is a giant compared to Ajax, a complete giant. Mm-hmm. The tradition is beautiful, it's nice. But what some of the United fans are worried for is some of the dead wood there. The football brain is not good enough to even be taught, and it's like you can't teach a kid that's 17 how to be polite when you didn't teach him at 5 years old. It's a bit late. So, Freddie, talk to me.
So, well, I think, see, the thing with Man United fans, especially the ones that follow the club since the Fergie days, they got. I mean, you get spoiled. To the point, I mean, you're expecting your club to win everything,
right?
And then after Fergie, you get Van Gaal, you have Mourinho, you have Ole. I mean, the team went from being great for over 12, 13 years. I don't know how many years Fergie stayed at the club.
27.
Almost 3 decades. Almost 3 decades.
Yeah, right. Oh, that's right. So right after he left Aberdeen, I said 12, 13. Oh my God! But what I'm saying is a fan base that got so spoiled that now that it's going through rough times, it's kind of difficult for the fan base to, I don't know, like
lower standards, accept the way things are going.
Not lower standards, but it's a reality. I'm usually critical of Man United, but I mean, when Mourinho was there, they won at least a Europa League. So they had a bit of a drive. Now it seems just gone. So now what I'm not asking as a fellow football fan lower your standards or what I'm saying is be real, The club needs change from within.
Right. Rodrigo, come in here before I go back to Chelsea.
Man.
Rodrigo, your take on this
that.
whole United Ten Hag going forward.
I agree with a lot with what Ben says. The club have to support him, and if he wants to shoo away some players, they have to support him. They have to buy into what he needs to do. All right, he's shown he's a capable coach. He's capable of doing good things to the club. He's shown that. I mean, he's proven that. Now, and again, what Ben says, will they support him? This may take 2-3 years, because you have to rebuild a club that's been struggling for how many years since Alex Ferguson left? You just can't fix this with one new coach and whole new season. We'll start over. We'll win Champions League. No, it's not that easy. It's not. There's a lot, like you said, there's a lot of internal problems there. So it may take a while. United fans may have to be patient. Barcelona showed it took a while for them to get to where they were back in 2006 to 2015. It's not easy. Real Madrid went through a spell like that. We didn't win anything either. I mean, it happens. AC Milan just won their first league after how many 12, 13 years? It's a support system that has to be in place. Chelsea, we can't keep a coach more than 3 years because they fire him. Oh, you lost 5 games? Yeah, you won Champions League last year, but you lost 5 games. See you later. Unless you have a certain system that's consistent, it's hard. Again, I go back to Bayern Munich, the way they do things. They're football people running the show there. That makes a big difference. Now, I believe Ten Hag can do some good things for United. And I see this as a football fan. As a football fan, a man who's watching football for over 30, 40 years. But you got to give him a chance. Let's see what he's going to be able to do.
Yeah.
Let's see if he's allowed to work. Let's see. But I'll give you one thing. He doesn't get rid of Maguire.
Maguire's days will be numbered. I'm pretty sure of it. But Ten Hag was at Ajax.
I guarantee you, Maguire is going to be part of that team on the first day. Game 1, Maguire is going to start. I guarantee you, Maguire is going to start because I don't see who comes in for Maguire right now. Even what's his name, Lisandro Martinez is not gonna just displace Maguire off the top. Maybe later on, but in the beginning, no.
From what Ragnick said, whispers were saying the reason he was forced to play Maguire was the people upstairs said you can't have 80 million sitting on the bench if he's not injured or suspended. So to them, it's like we have this kind of money sitting on the bench. He has to be playing regardless. You got to find a way. And that's the problem.
You go.
They look at the money spent.
It's the way the debt has been structured. They consider players as assets, and the assets have to be on the pitch to keep the debt service payments down. And that's why Maguire and Fred and various other expensive players have to be played because it keeps their payments low.
And that is why Eric Ten Hag will struggle
because they are not
still playing these shitty players. That's why I'm saying the only way Eric Ten Hag, right? The only way Eric Ten Hag has a strong chance of being successful is if a lot of these useless players are sold. I'm just being honest.
And I'm sure he wants that. I'm sure he's aware of that. That he's inheriting a bunch of misfits and useless players. Look at the teams he builds. He's rebuilt Ajax twice in 3.5 seasons.
Right.
In 3.5 seasons that he's been there, he's won 6 trophies. And he's rebuilt that team. Ajax is a selling club. They sell a lot of their best players.
Yeah.
And he brings others in. He trains them. They fit into the system. And he wins a title again. And he wins other trophies again. 6 trophies in 3.5 years. He knows what he's doing. He's an astute man.
Ole was there 3.5
and look what he's doing with some of the young players in that team. But look, also, here's what you guys have to look forward to. Look what he's done for some of the young players in that team that come into that team. He's made them good players.
Exactly.
Edson Alvarez, I didn't think much of the kid.
Yeah.
Look
is he going to improve Wan-Bissaka? Improve Luke Shaw?
No, Wan-Bissaka is gone. Wan-Bissaka is gone. I don't see Wan-Bissaka is not going to be a United player.
Richard, come in.
Because you said he's brought through a lot of young players, but I think with Ajax, it was the culture of winning and playing a certain football. That was always in the
culture.
They cut that for a while, but for a long time they cut that. They were the Ajax was no longer the Ajax of the old.
No, but listen. Manchester United have had different coaches, different philosophies, And over time, you know, the players have got complacent. They brought in this clown from Norway who said trophies are for egos. So imagine that your head coach is telling you as a player, don't worry, go out and enjoy yourself. Trophies are only for egos. Whatever happens, it's fine. Keep smiling for the cameras. Let me say something. This mentality, it seeps into the players. It's very difficult to get rid of that mentality once it's been planted in for 3 years. Imagine you've been doing something for the past 3 years habitually, yeah, and then somebody comes in and tries to take you out of that habit. It's not easy. And that's why
those are the people with the mentalities of underachievers. Now, imagine you've worked in a company and you've had
underachievers.
Underachievers. So you go into a company and you've worked there, I don't know, for 10 years, and you've worked under 3 managers.
Right.
And you know you're not going to meet your bonus payments. You're not going to get your performance targets. You're just going to be an underachieving employee because your boss is like that.
Right.
A new boss comes along, fresh ideas, new spring in his step. Hey man, let's go for the bonuses. Let's go for the big awards this year. You know, he tries to change your mentality slowly. And if you have that kind of personality that wants to change, you will change. Whereas if you're a person who doesn't want to change, has got that low negative mentality, whatever it is, then you're not going to. And I think those are the players that are going to get filtered out. They're going to be spotted. Ten Hag's going to know that these guys don't want to change. They can't change. There's the door.
Okay. Do you know, I'm going to say this, guys. Do you know we already had someone already show these guys up already?
Ragnick.
Ronaldo.
And Ragnick as well.
Ronaldo came in last season and he expected standards to be raised.
Yeah, but it's not his job to do that, is it?
No. It's not his job. It's not his job. I totally agree, right?
Just
but
by his
Ronaldo
presence.
He has already, but his presence, right, already asked these players to raise their standards.
Yeah.
And they didn't.
And that's where you see the camps forming, i.e. the Maguire camp.
Yeah. So if they couldn't raise their standards I mean, they've shown their colors already.
Yeah.
Erik ten Hag is a good coach. Don't get me wrong, right? I like Erik ten Hag. I think he's the answer for United, right? But I'm sorry, man. You can't coach these players to be better than what they are.
So hold on. Let's just make this quite simple, yeah? Let's make this quite simple. There's a few people in the club who are cancerous elements, not everyone.
Yes.
So let's get rid of them. Not the whole club. It's not the whole club. We know who it is.
Rashford, get rid of his ass, right? Rashford, Maguire, get rid of those two. I think Rashford just get rid of them. Who else? No, McTominay.
Phil Jones.
I won't get rid of McTominay.
Phil Jones is
for 11 years, mate.
I will sell McTominay because he's not good enough, but I won't sell McTominay because McTominay is not a negative play. Like, he tries his hardest.
He's a squad player, but he tries hard.
Good enough.
Yes.
He's not good enough.
But I will sell him because he's not good enough, right?
Is Lingard still in?
Maguire will be sold because
no, Lingard's gone. Pogba's gone as well. So there's 2 cancerous elements gone.
Yeah. Well, so who else needs to go?
Bailly.
I mean,
Luke Shaw has to go. Luke Shaw
needs to go. Luke Shaw has to go.
Brandon Williams.
I agree. Who else?
Brandon Williams is a kid. He's fine. He's a squad player.
He wasn't here last season, so he can go. Who else?
Damn, that's a whole squad right there.
I think that's it. Maybe I don't know about Wan-Bissaka. I don't know where he sits on the fence.
Wan-Bissaka, I think he's not good enough. He needs to go. He's not good enough.
So
I'm gonna say Martial.
Phil Jones needs to go.
Yeah, Martial's very lazy. Very lazy.
I'm a big Martial fan. I think he needs to go too.
Yeah, but he doesn't put the work in, does he? He doesn't run up and down that pitch. He loses the ball. He doesn't even try and get it back.
Opposite.
He's so lazy.
There's one who doesn't run but can play.
Yeah. And there's one that runs too much.
I mean, how are you as a professional football player, right? You get the ball on the wing, and all you do is just run. You just run down the tunnel, and you realize, oh shit, I'm off the field, man. Damn, I need to go past the ball. Like what the hell?
It's like Forrest Gump. He just keeps on running. The pitch is ended. He just keeps on running.
Forrest, run.
He just keeps running.
All right, Ben, hold. Rodrigo. So what are Chelsea's plans now? I mean, you're in Champions League, so you could. That's the most thing. You have Champions League football. That's one. Who are Lukaku? Is Lukaku gone now?
Lukaku is supposed to be on his way back to Inter Milan. The word also they went to Barcelona to negotiate Marcos Alonso and Azpilicueta leaving. Nothing definite. Their goal is not to do as worse as you guys. I think that's the goal, is not to do like as bad as you guys, man. I don't know because I don't know because
you're hearing it from a Chelsea fan. Wow.
Here's this. Wow. Here's this. Again, we have a new owner, no new sporting director yet. I mean, they say, "Oh yeah, we want to compete very good. Yeah, we want to really get the team going, and we really want Chelsea to do good in the Champions League." Yeah, good, great, fine. How? What are you gonna do? Yeah, you got money. Fine. Yeah, PSG's Qatar Saint Germain's got money too. Look at them. I mean, what are you? Who are you gonna? If you do lose Marcos Alonso, which I hate to lose Marcos Alonso, great player. Spilicueta, I mean, maybe, yeah, but what are you going to do to reinforce the team to compete with, Man City, to compete with Liverpool, to compete, to stay above you guys like we've been doing for the last 10 years? What are we going to do?
Rodrigo, would you keep Pulisic?
One thing about Pulisic, I think Chelsea hasn't taken enough care of him. So we talked about this when Messi was at Barcelona, he was going through the same things as Pulisic. They went out, they brought in nutritionists, they brought in specialists, they put him in a program where he was able to overcome his injuries. Chelsea are not doing that with Pulisic.
What's the deal with Pulisic? Because he had some type of issues when he was a little kid as well, didn't he?
So did Messi. He didn't grow.
So what was it? Growth hormone or something?
Growth issue.
Yeah, but also Messi. Remember, Messi was having also injury problems. He didn't play his first Champions League final because he was hurt. But Barcelona brought in specialists to help him with that. Pulisic is a guy you need to take better care of, right? Because he's hurt a lot. That's the problem with Pulisic. He's hurt a lot. I mean, are they going to help him? Because, I mean, if he gets hurt this season, he may not make the World Cup. I'm from Mexico, but still, he's a great player. I hate for him to miss the World Cup. But that's the things that Chelsea has to see. What is this new organization going to do for that? Right? But also, there's a defensive issue. Chelsea has defensive issues. Yeah, what's the plan?
You got Thiago Silva for another year or two?
Yeah, but Thiago Silva, he's good up here, but he cannot keep up with a 20-year-old that can run circles around him. I mean, that's in Europe. Yeah. You're going to play against those, it's like Barcelona. Why did they still have Jordi Alba? Why did they still have Piqué? Why did they still have Busquets? Yeah. Really, the guys that did you wonderful in Roma, did you wonderful against Liverpool, did you wonderful against Bayern Munich, and now did you wonderful against PSG, and they still have them. Why? Why? That's frustrating. And I like Barcelona. Why? Again, these are the issues that you have to solve. Tuchel's a smart coach. He's a smart coach. Are they going to let him reinforce the places he needs to reinforce? Again, it remains to be seen. I can speculate, but it's hard to say. And again,
have you guys called Rodiger? Rodiger's been gone, right?
Rodiger went to Real Madrid.
Oh, wow.
And have you replaced him?
No.
That's why you're trying to get delete. I heard you're trying to get delete.
No, we've got someone that you can have.
You have to understand.
Yeah, we've got someone. His name is Harry. He's available.
Oh yeah. You have to have Harry, man.
Sell him for what? 80 million too? 80 million pounds?
Maybe 1 million. Take him. Just take him.
Rodrigo, I didn't hear you.
Chelsea sold Christensen to Barcelona.
Oh, they have?
I think it was a mistake. Barcelona will do good to have him. So again, what's the plan?
If Chelsea struggled this season, at least there is a reason, because you've got a whole new owner, a whole new sporting director. It's like a new structure. But for some reason, Chelsea still find a way to dig out one trophy somewhere, somehow, which we can't find. Chelsea change managers so frequently, but there's somewhere a league title, a trophy finds its way with those managers, which we can't seem to handle.
Managers, we just can't keep them. We've had Carlo Ancelotti. We've had Gus Hiddink. We had the guy who gave us our first stone, Di Matteo. They lose 2-3 games, you're gone. Well, that was Abramovich era. I don't know again how this guy's going to be.
I think it won't. I don't think you'll axe managers as fast now. Abramovich is a bit ruthless. and he was trying to buy success very quickly.
Remember,
with all that
he
money.
got rid of Lampard. I mean, Lampard needed to go. I mean,
I won't be surprised if Chelsea ends up like United, man.
Could
These
do.
American owners, man, they don't know how to run. They don't know how to run these.
They don't
clubs.
run football clubs.
Isn't it true that Woodward is
Possibility.
buying up that job that that woman was doing at your club?
He's leaving.
What was that?
He's leaving.
Yeah. So isn't it true that Edward Wood is eyeing up that job now?
Of Koskaya. She was the one that bought all the players, bought in the record.
yeah. Why did they let her leave?
Because she's gone with it. She don't want to work for the Americans. She's Russian. You don't want to work for an American.
She's
wait. So
Abramovich's right-hand woman.
Yeah,
Putin-
She was number 2.
Are you guys trying to replace her with Ed Woodward?
Putin
Trying to replace her with Ed Woodward?
Putin would not be happy having a Russian working for an American.
No, Rodrigo, quick question. Are you trying to replace her with Ed Woodward?
God forbid.
I think Woodward's trying to replace her.
God forbid.
I think Woodward needs a job.
No,
Maybe.
we'll go back to the bank. He'll go back to the bank where he came from. But again,
Which is a bank.
Yeah, which is an American bank, which is affiliated with certain owners, and then he works his way back into a job again in football.
football. Keep the guy out of football.
I know. Keep him away from football. I agree.
The Dodgers.
If you get him,
Take him to the Dodgers.
So let me go to Federico. Freddie. So Freddie, this is the situation. Bayern Munich. Who's the closest rival now? Who can compete with Bayern Munich? And I think RB Leipzig refused to sell certain players, right? I think they stopped selling players to Bayern Munich.
I believe in Kungu. I think that's the plan. They just keep him. They're planning on keeping him. But other than that, I mean, the eternal second, which is Dortmund. But like we've discussed already, they're so set on just becoming a selling team, a selling club that now with Nagelsmann taking, this will be his second year as a coach for Bayern. I do see. I see more reinforcements for Dortmund. I see Leipzig not being wanting to get rid of anybody, and try and maintain the team they have right now. I mean, they lost Sabitzer, but
there's a player United wanted from RB Leipzig, but if Radnick was still at United, he would be able to pull a few strings. But I don't think we're gonna get. Richard, do you know? I can't remember the guy's name. We wanted from RB Leipzig.
Nkunku.
I think
Nkunku,
it was.
yeah. But I think he's sticking around. Yeah, I think he's sticking around.
Yeah, he's staying.
Leipzig.
He just signed he just renewed his contract, I think.
Oh, well,
and he's a star for the club, so you won't have to be under nobody's shadow in a different club. But I do believe that this year, I don't think Bayern's going to have an easy season.
You think so? Why would you say that?
I do see Leipzig, coming up to the challenge more, much more than.
Did they win a trophy last season? They did, didn't they?
Leipzig, they won the I think it was the Pokal.
With the equivalent of FA Cup or
the FA Cup.
Okay.
The League Cup, yeah.
So they are doing, Leipzig have done well.
At least they're winning something.
Right.
They have won something. At least United are not there.
So I mean, there's gonna be competition, and now Europe, of course, the Champions League is pretty much that's anybody's competition there. So
it makes you wonder, though, right? Because if it's such a one-horse race in the German football league, how do the other German fans view it? Because it must be quite boring, quite demotivating to see the same team winning everything every year. I mean, it just defeats the whole purpose of competition.
You'd be surprised, but they do pack stadium every match day.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether they're playing, top 3 or 4 clubs, So I guess the love for the sport's still there. But it even from Bayern Munich standpoint, I would like to see more competition, and it's actually been noted by Bayern Munich's board too. Hans actually mentioned that, like, he would like to see more competition. He would like to see, and he kind of like, it wasn't like a shot.
But how could he ask for that when he's buying all the best players? I mean, he used to buy all the best players from other teams. So it's like, I'll buy you from this, then and make me better. How they're going to be competitive?
At that point, I mean, if we were to, I don't know, it would be a hypothetical situation, but if we were to, let's say, same thing in La Liga, where you have only Madrid and in
Barca and Atletico,
and they continue to only buy, from Levante and Osasuna and Valencia, and it's kind of like the same, same perspective. It's not Real Madrid's fault. It's not Barcelona's fault. It's maybe the league's fault, where they don't have any regulatory processes in play where you might want to. I mean, I'd like to compare football to maybe the NFL, where you have with the NFL, where you have league regulations where you cannot surpass a certain amount of
star players.
Right, you cannot. You have a salary cap. And if you see in the past 10 years who's actually won the Super Bowl, you see. It's any other team. You can see, like, when the 30 teams that the NFL has, you can champion a different champion almost every other year.
True.
So it's
I think German football has got to change. Someone's going to knock off Bayern from that perch. You've got to see 4 or 5 teams competing at the top.
It has.
Look at the Premier League now. Yeah, it used to be Liverpool, Man United, City, and now look we've got 6-7 teams vying for the top 4, and it's even teams that are in 20th position beat teams at the top.
And that's one thing I appreciate a lot about the Premier League. That, for example, when City won the Premier League, nobody was expecting that. But who was the top 3 were by the end by December. You had Leicester, you had Spurs, and you had, I think it was City.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see a resurgence now with Spurs, I reckon, with Conte.
I'm looking at this Spurs team this season, because Conte is having a full season with them now. Pre-season, he's bought players to his spec. And apparently, I was reading in the magazine today, he has certain players did not go on tour, which is only told that you're not part of my plans. United took everybody, including the ball boys, to the tour. Seriously, so it's like, tell me what Phil Jones is going to go do on that tour. Honestly, Richard,
he's got to nurse the older players, isn't he?
Oh goodness!
Part of the Phil Jones nursing.
The players who should be there aren't there. Ronaldo ain't there. Martinez ain't there. Anthony isn't there. Ericsson's not there. But you take Phil Jones, you take Bayer, you take Wan-Bissaka, you take Talib Chong. You take
the PS5 expert as well.
Yeah, Luke Shaw. You see what I mean?
For entertainment.
The FIFA experts.
FIFA experts.
So I was gonna say, I was gonna ask Rodrigo, if Ronaldo is available, would you take him at Chelsea?
I don't see how Chelsea could support him.
What do you say?
I don't see how Chelsea could support him
with players. Don't you? Because you guys go down the wings with.
Yeah, you understand. Ronaldo has to have a team that will play for him. Will Tuchel accommodate his style of play for Ronaldo? Can he? Does he have the players to do it? That's the things you have to ask. Can because you have a player like Ronaldo or Messi to your squad, you got to have a good midfield. Barcelona with Iniesta and Xavi.
Yeah, those made life easy for Messi.
Yeah, again, the players that were Real Madrid with at the time, these are the players that could support that, and you had the coaches that were able to make it work.
Modric, Kroos, and Casemiro, and all that.
Look, Man City, Guardiola didn't want him. He says, why? Because I got these players here already that fit the style of play we need to. And you know what? Man City, as good as they are, they haven't been good enough to win the Champions League because those players are just not up there yet. So to get that kind of player in there, that kind of scheme, you have to readjust the way you play. And also maybe move some players out of position. Can Chelsea support, can Chelsea support a Cristiano Ronaldo? I don't know. That all depends. Is Tuchel willing to shift around his style of play? I don't know. It's not that easy. Oh, we get Ronaldo. Yeah. We're going to win everything. No. He couldn't do it at Juventus. They won the league, yeah, but they couldn't win Champions League 3 times. You know, he couldn't. He came with you guys. Yeah. He scored 24 goals. Fine. You guys are still in 6th, 7th place. You see what I'm saying?
But it's not one player who could do
goals.
everything.
Yeah, I'm saying. Yeah, he scores 24 goals. Fine, but it's not enough to keep you guys in 4th place. You have to have a certain type of scheme, a coach that can accommodate him, the players that can support him, right? And be able to shift players around to be able to do that. And it's also a coach that's willing to accommodate that. Can he do it at Chelsea? I don't know. To be honest with you, I just don't see these players. I don't know. I may be wrong, but if you ask me right now, if he came right now, can we support a Ronaldo style of play?
Right. I've got a question I've been meaning to ask. You guys are linked with Ronaldo, but another player that you've been linked with is Neymar from Paris Saint-Germain. Thomas Tuchel no. Tuchel has worked with this guy. He's worked. No, you don't want him. You don't want him?
Rodrigo, no.
Why not? Why?
I heard he's a bit of a party animal. He puts up some good parties.
Have you looked at his numbers? His years have been at PSG. He's only played half because he's been now injured, or he doesn't come back in time for Carnival, and he's paid thousands and thousands of dollars. Thousands and thousands of euros a week. He hasn't done anything. If you look at his numbers, I was watching his numbers the other day. I was watching an old podcast, and they were talking about Neymar because now PSG wants to get rid of him. They want to get rid of him. They're entertaining offers from him.
Yeah. Did you hear that? Did you hear that he misses training because he's too drunk the next morning?
But also his appearances. I'm like, how do you put up with that? And they just re-signed him for another 4 years last year. Khalifi, I don't want him. I don't want him in Cruz Azul in my team in Mexico. I don't want him.
You will want to leave, under Messi's and Mbappe's.
The guy's talented. The guy's a great footballer. I'm not saying he's not, but it's up here. It's his attitude. He's a star. He's more worried about his parties with Brianna and playing poker and Carnival and dancing with 10 earrings in his ear no. Send him to Qatar. I don't care. Send him anywhere. I won't even wish him on you guys. How's that?
Damn.
Apparently, for 2022 New Year's party, he had a 3-day party.
3 days.
3 days non-stop.
I don't wish him on you guys. I don't wish him on Arsenal. I don't wish him on Liverpool. I can't stand it. I don't wish him on them. That would be like a curse. No Neymar, please.
No Neymar.
No Neymar. No, God forbid. Keep him in Qatar, Saint-Germain. Keep him there. They wanted him. They paid for him. Let Khalifi have him.
Right. Let me, Richard and Raymond. As it is with United now. Well, new project, new manager, new direction, new vision. Can United, from what you're seeing so far, it's still early. Can they bridge the gap? Liverpool have increased. Man City have improved and increased. Look at Haaland has gone to City. I was going to ask you, Richard and Raymond, what impact will Haaland bring to City? Richard, you go first.
He's going to score goals. He's going to score a lot of goals. But he's not a Pep type of striker at the same time. If you look at Pep's ideal striker, he likes him to be quite short, diminutive, getting involved in play. That's not really Haaland's style at all. He just waits for everything to come to him and then he finishes it off. It's kind of like a bit of a Ronaldo situation, but he's obviously a lot younger. But I've got no doubt that he will score goals. But in terms of getting involved in the build-up play for City, I'm not so sure. And that's one of the things that Dortmund complained about. He wasn't getting involved enough in build-up. If you look at his touches per game, it's hardly anything. But he is a brilliant striker. He's one of the best in the world, so he will definitely help.
I think he shouldn't have gone to City. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I just don't think he was the right fit for City. He would have done better at our club or another club where you need a natural centre forward.
Right.
But City's style of play, he does not.
They played without a striker for a long time.
Yeah, and another one was Grealish. The best player at Villa, great England player. And he's on the bench at City. I just think they just buy players because they can. They stockpile them. They buy them so we can't have them, or other clubs
so
can't
anybody
have
else
them.
can have them. Yeah.
Yeah, they're stockpiling.
But you know, City, you know, again, my respects. They have footballers here. DJ Bigistan from Barcelona. I mean, they're very shrewd at buying players. I mean, they don't just buy players because they could have taken Ronaldo from you guys. They could have paid him. You guys took him because you didn't want him to go to City. City could have bought Ronaldo easily. That Arab could have just taken the money out of the shoe.
Yeah. Oh, we found some more oil money. Let's buy a new player.
No, they said no. We can't. They said no. We can't use it. He doesn't fit our system. Well, no, that's not because Ronaldo could be wearing blue. So no, I don't see it that way.
And they keep getting away with the financial fair play because you've got to declare a lot of money coming from genuine revenue, whereas they make up all these companies and say, oh, this is a genuine revenue, but it's Prince's sons, grandsons, trust fund.
Trust funds. Yeah.
Every club does that.
Yeah.
So Richard and Vimor. As you see Liverpool, I think Liverpool finished doing business for the summer. They sold Mane and got Nunez.
Nunez, that's a great striker.
Yeah. So can United bridge that gap? We couldn't catch them last season. Would they be better this season with Erik ten Hag? Vimo, you go first.
I mean, it's tough. You know, we've got until September the 1st to buy some decent players in and still shift more deadwood. I think with the new coach and the coaching mechanism, I think there's going to be some improvement. But we do need to buy players and we need to keep up with the rest. As for bridging the gap, I don't think we'll bridge it with City and Liverpool this season, or next season rather. I think it's going to take a couple of seasons, but I think we should be getting back into the top four more convincingly. I think we should probably see aside Arsenal. Tottenham are going to be quite a tough proposition. Chelsea as well. It's getting quite tough at the top, but I think with a few key signings in the right areas, we could get back into that top four more convincingly. But it's going to take a few more to get to Liverpool and City standards, I reckon.
All right, Richard, same question.
The right players in the right positions. Yeah.
Yes, Richard.
Look, I can only look at it as I see it now. You know, we haven't bought anyone. If it continues like this, then no chance in hell, no. But if we buy the right players, players that will fit his system, then I think we could have a better season. But for me, top four is not really an achievement. I've never seen top four as an achievement. That's Arsenal fans, aim. I don't like to aim for just top four. Get some sort of silver. We've been starved of silverware for the past 5 years. I think silverware is important. We need to get back to winning ways, and it will help instill that winning mentality in players. So if we can have some silverware at the end of the season and getting to that top four, then that's good. But to answer your question, I think that Liverpool won't be as good this year. I have a feeling because I've seen Darwin Núñez play on a few occasions for Benfica, and I'm going to be completely honest, and it's going to sound controversial, but he's the Uruguayan Lukaku. Yeah.
Wow.
Uruguayan version of Lukaku. He's got a very bad first touch.
I hate to say it. I think he's going to do good on the clock. I hate to say it. I like Darwin Núñez.
He's not got any technical ability. He only had one good season. If you look at his previous few seasons, fair enough, he's young. He's only had one breakout season. It's a big risk.
Under a guy like Klopp?
No, but this is a totally different league. I don't think he will have the same impact as Mane. Mane was a key player for Liverpool.
Yeah.
So I think with Mane going, I think that could be detrimental. Chelsea, as good as the coach as Tuchel is, again, we need to see who they buy in the summer because I think they're looking very weak, especially at the back. They've got a lot of older players. Thiago Silva, one of my favorite defenders over the past 10 years. He's too old now. He's 37-year-old man. They've lost Christensen. They've got a lot of issues. And they don't really have much physical presence in midfield as well. So that's another reason why we may get into top four, but it will all depend on who we buy. One thing that I would say is that I don't agree totally with Ten Hag just going for Ajax and
Dutch players.
Yeah, because the Dutch league to the Premier League is a totally different ball game. It's like you're going from a Honda to a Ferrari. It's totally different. So I think that he maybe needs to spread his net wider to see which.
That was why I thought Radnick was going to help him, but they shifted him out.
Radnick is gone, but I think that we need to look wider to see which players can fit in his system. Just going for Dutch league players is okay, but it might not. It's a big risk. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Yeah. Bems, can United? Yeah. I don't want a seminar because I know you. Are United good enough with this new project? Good enough to bridge the gap between Liverpool and City?
No.
Oh, dang.
That's not even a question, man.
Did you think the answer quickly, or just came out?
That's not even a question. That's not even a question.
I've got a question for you. Bems, can we stay up this season?
Yep. I mean, that's more of a question, actually. But I mean, let me just to be real. No, we're not bridging any gap between Liverpool and City. Liverpool and City, they've addressed their weaknesses, right? Clear to say, and they were better than us before now. They're already addressing or have addressed their areas where they need to be to be better at. We haven't addressed our issues from last season, and we're still losing. It's like we're getting more holes. There's more holes there that are opening up, and we haven't addressed the holes from last season. So I think in my opinion, I think we're going to. The only thing that's changed here is just Ten Hag. Ten Hag he's a coach. He's going to coach to play better football. That's the improvement. But as far as like signings, we need, in order for us to bridge the gap, I agree with Ralph. We need 8, 9, 10 players to bridge, to even be on the same discussion as, like, to be on the same playing field with City. Not to even be, we need a whole lot more.
First, the thing is, we're not going to get 10, are we? We're not going to get 10.
Not. That's why I'm saying, that's why I don't believe that we're going to bridge any gap. I think Spurs, in my opinion, I think they're the team to look out for. I don't think, with this team the way it is, I don't see us getting top 4. Oh. I don't see us getting top 4. I think top 4 is basically Spurs have basically taken that 4th position with what they're doing right now in this summer transfer window. I'll be shocked if we get 4th next season.
Okay, right.
The way things are.
Freddie, do you have a question for anybody?
Not really.
Okay.
I was gonna make a comment though. With Ten Hag, and maybe I'm getting but I see Man United top 4.
Oh, okay. That's a bronze.
See, someone believes in us.
Bold predictions. But I do see Man United top 4 next season.
All right. Rodrigo, do you have a question for any of us? For anybody?
Good luck. Maybe you can get Jordi Alba, Busquets, and Piqué.
Remo, any questions?
Oh man, that's
any
funny.
Questions? No, it was good though. It was good seeing all you guys, from Bayern and Chelsea. Good luck, Bayern, Chelsea. You stay there, down there.
First team.
You need a defender. We've got Phil Jones available as well. So,
oh man, come on.
Yeah, he's very cheap. Wages are very good. Take Maguire or Phil Jones. They're available.
Rodrigo, Phil Jones has won a league title, so he has a league mentality of he played under Fergie, so he's good.
He's got experience. Good experience.
You won him a league title. You won him a league title.
Bems, any questions?
I don't. No questions for me. It's good to finally get on and have a chat with the guys. I know I've been gone for a while, but I'm looking forward to next season and seeing United struggle for 6th position.
Oh God.
I'm gonna have to buy you some. I'm gonna have to buy you some positivity pills, Ben. Man, I have to send some over to you.
guys, but you know what?
The only way United, the only way I'm going to become positive, right? The day I see a change in mentality and I see a consistency in the way we do things, where we run our transfer business, the way the clubs run, then you see a positivity for me. But I honestly don't see myself being positive until these Glazers are out there.
Oh, dang. There's going to be a while,
Something big has to change.
Richard, any questions for anybody?
No questions from me, really. Good to see you all. It's good to get a different perspective from, the Germany, the Bayern Munich, Freddie, a fan's point of view, as well as Rodrigo, Chelsea point of view. I think it's good. I'm looking forward to the season, but let's see what happens in the summer. I think summer is important for all of us in the transfer market. I think the only person that's guaranteed success in this chat is Freddie, because his team.
They might as well put the league title right in the club.
That's very true.
Yeah, you see, that's what you have. That's what you get when you have a monopoly in football in a country.
Oh, come on.
A monopoly.
Nah. Freddie's guaranteed.
Someone
guaranteed.
sent me a joke. I don't know if you guys saw that.
This is cycles. I remember when Bayern wasn't the top dog in the Bundesliga. I remember when Dortmund was winning.
Right. Leverkusen.
Yeah.
I mean, Chelsea, when I started liking Chelsea in '89, Chelsea couldn't win a poker match.
Yeah.
You guys went down and up. And I remember also in La Liga, I remember when Atletico Bilbao was champion. I remember Valencia was champion. I remember
Valencia,
they won it 2 in a row. Yeah, we've
they went to Champions League too.
Ex-Liverpool manager. What's his name?
I remember when Parma was
Benitez. Benitez won Valencia 2 La Liga titles back to back.
Javier Clemente with Atletico Bilbao when Maradona was playing in Barcelona. Bilbao was a champion three times in a row. So Easter cycle, but we watch the game because we love the sport. Win or lose. I mean, Notts Forest just came back up after how many years?
Right.
And these guys are 2 times back-to-back European champions. And how long have they been in second division? Hey, we love the sport. We watch it because we love it.
Right. Someone sent me a joke saying Man United's trophy cabinet has been empty for so long that when a spider goes in there, the spider got lost because there's nothing to weave a web on. It's been that long. It's been 6 years United have won a trophy. But This is the reality. Gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure. Don't forget to like, share. We've had a lot of fans today talk about football, the sport that we've had the perspective on the Bundesliga with Freddie and Bayern Munich. We've had Rodrigo, Premier League, and Chelsea, and we had the United crew. We had Richard and Vimor representing the UK, and the controversial one from Houston Red and myself hosting. But most important thing, we all want our teams to do well. Like Richard said, there's only one person guaranteed the trophy is Bayern Munich. The trophy you've just won, you might as well just keep it there because it's not going anywhere. We haven't seen a trophy in 6 years. That's why they said a spider will get lost in the trophy cabinet because there's nothing to weave a web against because it's empty. It's so empty. As for Chelsea, with Chelsea, there's always one way, somehow, some way, they find a way to pull out a trophy somewhere. That's the strange thing about Chelsea. Even when they have a new manager, I mean, they've had Abramovich in charge for so long, but this guy, I don't know his vision yet. So we'll see. But gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure. Freddie, thank you very much for coming on today. Hope to see you again soon. Next time we'll try and bring in an Arsenal perspective and a Liverpool perspective to join this. Rodrigo, thank you very much, brother. Have a nice day. The UK crew, thank you very much. I know it's already coming up to 9:30, 10 now, right? Come on, time.
13 evening.
Thank you very much.
It'll be match of the day time usually.
Oh.
But
I
don't know if you guys know what match of the day is, but it's like Richard. It's like
the NBC's Premier League of the week.
Yeah.
After each game, yeah.
Yeah, all the Premier League games.
Right.
The only sad thing is that United don't normally get on the match of the we do, but we're terrible.
We're not top billing anymore. We used to be.
But remember, because Man United is Man United, it still pulls in that slot. Even though people want to see them lose, they still get rating figures like. But people want to see them lose.
Is the name?
Is the name. People want to see how bad were they this week. Oh, we could be that name will only
take us.
Crystal Palace whooped their ass 3-0.
Oh yeah, they were the last team to beat us, and
Yeah.
it is what it is. When you lose 12 games in the season, that summarizes it, and you score 56 and concede 56. It is what it is, and your top star says, "I'm out of it."
Yep.
That summarizes where we are. But gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us, UK. Thank you very much, US. From us, it's goodbye and good night. I'll see you guys soon. We'll bring in the Arsenal and the Liverpool boys to join the next one. Thank you, guys. Take care and God bless. See you guys.
Take care.
Okay, guys.
All right, guys.
Take care. Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.